Hi, and welcome to Phoenix Fabrication. My name is Royce, and I wanted to talk to you about our new and redesigned 110-gallon collection tank. The first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is the basic features of this tank. If you'll come over here, I wanted to show you the width of this tank and the length of this tank. You'll notice that it's very narrow, and we did that on purpose so that it'll fit almost anywhere. The other thing is it's not very long. We did that on purpose as well. This tank was designed to take the place of two 55-gallon drums, thus 110 gallons. The reason we did that was a lot of restaurant owners are just totally fed up with the 55-gallon drums versus employees trying to make sure they put the lid on them. They leave the lid off. It makes a mess because it rains, overfills, a lot of problems with the 55s. So we made this tank to basically take over that area so that they get a nice, strong, theft-proof design and they don't have to worry about 55-gallon drums anymore. The next thing I wanted to talk to you about this tank was the paint. Now, we use a 4:1 epoxy paint, industrial version, and the reason we do that is for strength and for weather resistance. You'll notice it also gives it a nice shine. Now, this paint has been battle tested. We've used this paint for several years and it's been working extremely well. The oil will not break this paint down, and it makes it easier for you to clean it with this paint on there. You will be able to, if you keep up your tanks, just wash off the oil, that even the sticky stuff will come right off. The other thing I wanted to show you on this tank before we get on to the inner workings is you'll notice at the bottom it has C-channel on it. It's not actually touching the ground. It's about 1 inch off the ground, and we do that for two reasons. The first reason is it allows your employees to be able to take this tank with any appliance dolly, push it underneath the tank, grab the back and lift it up. Now, one employee can drop these tanks by himself, no problems. The other reason we have that on there is in case it's raining or there's a flood issue, you're not actually having the bottom of your tank in standing water, versus you won't have any rust or issues like that. Now, I wanted to go ahead and talk to you about the inner workings, the main thing that we changed in these tanks, which is the inside lid. The first thing that I want to talk about is the size of the lid. We have 32 inches going this way, 15.5 inches going this way, and it's 7 inch down. Now, the reason we did that was for a couple reasons. The first thing is a lot of times when you have these employees dumping their 5-gallon buckets, they're just dumping the whole thing in there real quick. With our earlier design model, what the problem was the oil was going in and splashing off the sides and over the back. So what we did was we basically made you a catch basin for anything. You can get your food particles, anything in here. If they pour the oil too fast, it's going to get stuck inside here. Thus, you don't have any oil going off the sides, you don't lose any oil, and you're not making a mess on the ground. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is the original tank design that we had is the lid system was made out of 14 gauge. This is all 11 gauge. We made it stronger, bigger, and better. We also beefed up our hinges with iron rod versus nobody can come through and just snip that off. We also added in here, you'll notice on the back side, 1/2 inch structural pipe all the way down the 11 gauge. There's no pivot points now for anybody to be able to get a crowbar because behind this lid, which I'll show you here in a second, is another 11 gauge skirt. So these actual sides here, a lot of people were picking on them. It doesn't matter if they beat these sides in, they're not going to get to the oil. There's no way that they can get to the oil. They have to go through the 11 gauge. Now, the locking mechanism, what we did is we completely redesigned this from our previous models. We call this our deadbolt design. What you'll notice is here is a lot of people, they try to pick on this area because that's where the two pieces come together. If they were to try to use a Sawzall or any type of tool, they'd have to cut through 1 1/4 inch black pipe, 1 inch black pipe, and then 11 gauge steel, and then have to go 100% all the way through all of it to be able to actually get this deadbolt system out. Now, what I wanted to do is show you the inside of this tank and how you guys would service it. You pull your deadbolt out, the tank lifts up, and what we do with all our tanks, we give you this little trusty thing. This allows you to basically arc it up so now your employees don't have to worry about holding something up. You put your wand in and you go ahead and pump. You'll notice we have 11 gauge steel reinforcing this 11 gauge steel. So basically you have a 1/4 inch worth of steel protecting your tank along with a deadbolt system. So this is where you would be able to suck all the way out. We made the hole nice and big so that if there's any food particles like your breading or your crunchies, you have the ability to shovel them out and take care of that. Then you go ahead and take the little nifty thing down here, slides on down, and you put your deadbolt back in. Now, the reason we made this circle here was so that there's no pivot points. Now, when you're putting your deadbolts back in, you'll notice sometimes it's kind of hard to put in because we made it super tight for a reason. No wiggle room, no issues. So that when you put your deadbolt back in, you might have, it only goes in one way. So you'll make sure that when you put it in on the notch. If you buy these tanks, we would show you that. But you'll notice when you do your bullet lock through here, and then you put your key in and you lock it here. And the reason we did that was now there's no pivot point for them to get a crowbar or anything. Like I said, if they were to cut into this, which is basically black pipe here, they'd have to cut through this plus the deadbolt to even get to the tab to break the lock. So we really beefed that up. The last thing I wanted to talk to you about was the stickers and the logos. We now are offering the ability for you guys to buy your stickers through us. Typical, this logo right here is 12 by 12. It's made out of vinyl with an additional vinyl cover over it for weather resistance. We sell this sticker for you at 12 by 12 for $7 a sticker. Now on your logo, you can send us that information. There would be a one-time $50 setup fee, but then from there'd be no additional setup fee, and then the minimum order you could do is 250 stickers. Stickers such as this that has no personal information on that we use ourselves, there is no setup fee. So if you wanted to buy these stickers, you could go ahead and do that. These stickers are only $5. It's a 9x9 sticker made out of vinyl with additional vinyl protection for weatherproofing. The last sticker on the top here, which has our warning, don't spill our oil, along with emergency pickup, same thing on the logo. On this particular sticker, if you wanted us to put your phone number on it, we can do that for a $50 charge, and then each additional sticker would cost you on this $5, which the minimum order would be $250. That concludes our 110-gallon collection tank. We hope that you guys purchase these. If you have any additional questions, please go ahead and send me an email. Thank you very much.